So, my last video, Dr. Zin, was pretty quiet, I heard, so I'm going to try doing him again, this time a little bit better. So, Dr. Zin, the scientist of the dead, right? And you saw me take this off, but kind of a part of making him and like doing that, I found a satchel that is actually gonna be like on his person, and look, it even has a zombie symbol. I've had this for years, so it's not like I bought it just for this. Passive. After 3 basic attacks, he then forms his Death Seeker, a basic attack, melee ranged weapon that is using his Q/R. So before that, he's a mage. He just fires basically radioactive balls of energy, I guess, at the enemy, and then he loses that range but gets the Death Seeker. But the Death Seeker itself has 6 to 10% more damage than his regular basic attacks. Yeah, he gets 6 to 10% attack damage. Yeah, and so once his Q is used or his R is used, then he loses the Death Seeker. And then, yeah, then he has to go get 3 basic attacks again. And the 3 basic attacks don't have to be on the same champion. And yeah, it's basically a stack. He's not gonna lose it. Like if he basic attacks, backs, and then comes back, he's not gonna lose that 3 stacks. Like he's not gonna lose that 1 basic attack he got. He's gonna have that whenever. So he just 1, 2, 3, Death Seeker, boom, 1, oh, run away maybe, come back, 1, 2, oh, he gets Death Seeker because of 3. So yeah. So his Q is Death Seeker. Oh, sorry. His passive, the axe is called Soul Seeker, Soul Seeker. And then his Q is called Death Seeker. So Death Seeker, he throws his double-sided axe in a target direction, and he can repress Q to make an explosive, yeah, he can just make it explode. So it's kind of like an Aurelian Soul / Anivia kind of thing, but it doesn't stun him, just explodes and does some more damage. It also damages enemies in the path as he's throwing it. So that's his Death Seeker, so he throws the Q and then it explodes at a repress of the Q, hitting champions and enemies on the way. So yeah, doesn't stop at champions, you can, yeah, keep it going. W is he forces his magic, like his radioactive energy, into the ground, and he's causing demons to come in a specified area at a cone in front of him. So he sends a cone of basically under the grave demons, or zombies I guess you could say, that kind of like crawl like in a way and like slash the opponent, like they just like kind of go in a wave-ish in a cone. Something like that. It also slows the enemy, and it can be equipped with his Q. So if he Qs and then he Ws instead of repressing Q, form his W cone when the thing explodes. So he doesn't have to repress Q and then W, he just has to press Q and then W, and then boom, he has that. So that's kind of cool if you need to get range. So there is that. His E is what I imagine for the satchel. So in the satchel he would carry around these radioactive mines that he could place on the ground. So to finalize, I came up with like some different ideas. So what the finalize is, so when he places a trap or a mine, enemy minions up to, not the cannon minion, but all the enemy minions, they would be turned into your own minions, and therefore you could add to your wave. So yeah, enemy minions that step on it, they're turned into a zombie onto your side. So if you're, and he has like 3 charges of this. So if he's on the enemy tower and he's losing minions, he can just place mines and then make his wave bigger until, or maybe to make it big enough that the wave can come in and help him with the tower again. When champions step on the mine, or I mean, I guess large monsters and minions as well, but when they step on the mine, they actually just briefly stun for a second, but he has 3 charges, so he can stun them like 3 times. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, Dr. Zin's ultimate. Now, Dr. Zin's ultimate is he takes his double-sided axe, his Soul Seeker, and he impales it into himself in his backside, as so. Boom, right into his backside. He then transforms himself into a zombie because he's been kind of researching into zombies his whole life. He's the scientist of the dead, and so he's kind of come over some bad things in his life. that made him transform into that way. So, for his ultimate, his passive for his zombie self is just 20% life steal because he's not going to have it for a long time, therefore it's not going to be like overpowering Gnosis kind of thing. It's just for like 10 seconds that maybe he is a zombie, maybe even 5. So his Q is that he just bites the enemy. Biting enemy minions, the small minions of course like the mine, will just turn them into zombies. And then other than that, the bite itself will slightly slow enemy champions, and big minions, and if he doesn't kill the little minions, then it will slow them as well, sort of, a little bit. His W, he just simply gains 20% movement speed and 20% attack speed. So he can get to his champions because he doesn't really have anything that like fears or CCs. He just can run, he can bite. Yeah. So his E is he takes the double-sided Soul Seeker from his back and he smashes it into the ground. Either just doing a lot of damage, or maybe it could do some airborne because it's a big kind of axe and he's slamming into the ground. So I feel like it could do something little, like an airborne. Yeah. So his R is he summons a horde of his zombie pals, technically, from the grave. So basically, this horde follows you in your doings. They attack the same person you attack. They do the same abilities most of the time. They're not going to do the E because, I mean, they don't have axes. But they will bite the enemy if you bite the enemy. And they will gain movement speed and attack speed. They also, so they have the same kind of passive, but since they're smaller zombies, they're not going to have the same amount of healing that you might have. But that'll keep them alive for like long enough, right? And it's just kind of a way to maybe push a wave a lot. Plus, if they kill a minion with their Q, then actually guess what? You just got 5 more minions because you and the 4 of them. Because yeah, it's going to resurrect 4 from the grave. And so there you have it. You have 5 more minions and 4 zombies too. So I feel like Dr. Zin himself is going to be a highly pushing a lane kind of champion. And also kind of a, when he's not his zombie self, he's going to be kind of farther in the back, kind of helping his teammates kind of get the upper hand in the team fight maybe, with his E's stunning them, and then his Q/W gaining a long range slow and being able to do a lot of damage. Yeah, there's Dr. Zin. I hope this video is louder and better to hear.